Shalom, shalom. This is going to be a quick hit. I want to give all honors and praises and glory belong to Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Mahar, Vakar, Kwadash. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. His Son's name is Yahweh Shai, in whom I reverence. And honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, very few brothers and sisters listening and also learning that are across this globe, and to the few brothers. It's going to be a quickie, because I did say I wanted to get this lesson done. Alright, hold on just a minute. Concerning what Paul saw and what Paul was rebuking when he went into Ephesus. That statue there, that goes back to what? Diana, right? The goddess of Diana, I think it is, or something like that. And Mithras. So we're going to start on Acts. Alright, let's go to Acts 19. Right, this is Acts 19 and 23. And the same time there arose no small stir about that way, for a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which had made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain into the craftsman, whom he called together with the workmen of light occupation. So you had those in time that were doing what? Creating shrines, silver shrines for Diana, which was a cult, right? You still have cults of Diana today. And it says, whom he called together with the workmen of light occupation, and said, sirs, you know, by this craft we have our wealth. Moreover, you see in here, that's not alone at Ephesus, but almost through all Asia, right? And it says, Baba Kasha, at all Asia. Okay, I'm moving too fast. Let me slow it down. At all Asia, this Paul have persuaded and turned away much people, saying that there be no gods which are made with hands. So that not only this is our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and that magnificent should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worshipeth. So, this is an example. Excuse me just a minute. Let me put this down. This is an example of the ancient cult of Diana, which was a fertility goddess. Okay. When I zoom up as well, just below it, just below them blocks, you have the triangle, right? But below them blocks, you have the face of Baphomet. That's actually Baphomet, yeah. Like a goat's head. Right, so there's a lot of occultic symbolism within this kingdom, and you have the pillars there, which goes back to Solomon and Hiram, right? So this whole kingdom is based upon idolatry. We zoom up on this one more time. The cults of Diana, right? Which really goes further back than that, Mithras and so forth, right? Now you got all these people coming in. Hey, this is amazing, man. Hey, the devil's amazing, right? Everything that... Anyway, let's continue. Get back to the scriptures. Right? Satan ain't gonna get me caught up. Okay, that's what he's trying to do, get me caught up in a whole load of madness. And it says, Baba Kasha, check this out. This is Acts 19. Where was we? Go back to where we were. And... hold on just a minute. And when they had heard these sayings, they were full of wrath and cried out, saying, great is Diana of Ephesians. And the whole city was filled with confusion. And having caught Gaius and Aristarchus, men of Macedonia, Paul's companions in travel, they rushed with one accord into the theatre. So there was more what? There was a lot of uproar concerning who? Paul. Right? There was a lot of uproar concerning Paul. And today, when you look at this building, it looks similar to a theatre, right? Even though it ain't a theatre. Right? But it looks similar to a theatre. Right? And this is what was going on back then. This is what Paul was teaching against. Right? Baba Kasha. You got a little bit more time. I want to go to Psalms. Baba Kasha. Right? This is all idolatry, by the way. Okay. Hold on just a minute. Go to Psalms 92. This is Psalms 92. Right? And actually it's Psalms 96. Check it out. Psalms 96 and 4. For the Lord Jehovah is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols. But the Lord Jehovah made the heavens. So what you see right here, it's a bloody idol. These are idols, man. That goes back to Diana. Just look at it. That's women worship. Right? Where you get Easter, which goes back to Ishtar. And they're going to be celebrating Easter very, very, very soon. So this is why we need to be more privy to what's going on. Okay? Which goes back to Ishtar. Woman worship. And we're not supposed to worship no woman. And you're not supposed to worship no woman full stop. Right? A woman's supposed to be worshipping you. She's supposed to be under you. Your subjection. Right? And that thing of Diana goes back to what? Ovary worship. So people were worshipping the ovaries of Diana. Okay? Which you get that vagina worship in Rastafari. Burning all that down. This is an idol. This is an idol. Spare me just a minute. And the gods of the nations are idols. And you can always tell who the witches and warlocks are, because every town has a witch and a warlock. You can always tell. Well, how do you know a whore? Well, how do you know a whore? By the way she's dressed. So how would you know a witch? Huh? How would you know a witch? By the way she conducts herself. So anyway, let's continue. Because it's been a long day. So bear me just a minute. A few more. This is what Yahushua is going to do when he comes back. Isaiah 2. And jump straight to verse 8. This is Isaiah 2 and 8. Their land is full of idols. They worship the work of their own hands, that which their fingers have made. So this is what someone's fingers have made. These are the working of idols. Okay? And it says, Baba Kisha. And it says, the mean man boweth down, right? And the great man humbleth himself before them, forgive them not. Because they bow down to them, right? Enter into the rock, hide ye in the dust for the fear of the Lord Jehovah and the glory of his majesty. So you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be hiding from the glory of the Lord Jehovah and his majesty. Alright? And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Yahweh Yahushua to deliver me out of this cesspool. Right? This wicked kingdom. Okay? And it says, and the glory of his majesty and the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down in that day, and the Lord Jehovah shall be exalted in that day. So I'm going to finish off here. Lord willing, this was edifying. Right? And until the next time, shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.